Hey guys, welcome back to the Baker's Oven. I'm John Baker, and in this video I want to discuss why reading is important and why I think everybody should read and pick up a book every once in a while. Now, before we get into the content here, just make sure you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment anything that you guys think is also valuable that you want to add to the conversation, because in this channel I want to make sure it's interactive. I want to make sure everybody's sharing their thoughts and their opinions and everything like that. And when you subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to stay along in the journey. You'll be able to stay a part of the community. But yeah, let's get into the content for today. As you guys know, reading is important. We've been taught this since preschool. We've been taught this at home, and everybody always says to pick up a book and read. Now, the only issue that I have with this, the reason why I never became a big fan of reading at first, is nobody really explained why. Right? They're just like, just read a book. Right? You should read more. You should read more. I understand it helps you with how you speak. It helps you learn new words. But reading is so much more than that. And as humans, we're creatures of habit. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but anytime you hang around somebody, you start picking up their lingo. You start talking like them. You start acting like them sometimes, especially when you have a close group of friends that you're around all the time. You'll start picking up on some of their words and just how they act. And I'm sure you guys have probably heard this. You're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. So look around you. Right, if you're around a bunch of people that eat junk food and so on and so forth and are just kind of lazy and whatever, guess what? You're probably similar. Right? If you're around friends that are healthy and they're working out all the time, you're probably similar. Now, with this, people always ask, all right, John, you mentioned in other videos, increase your circle of influence, increase the people that you hang around with, but you're like, John, I don't know those people. I don't know millionaires. I don't know billionaires. I don't know leaders of software and tech companies. I don't know professional athletes. And yes, I totally agree, right? I don't know a lot of those people either, but I know how they think, all right? And this is where books can come into play, right? I have tons of great books right here, tons of great recommendations I can recommend everybody. And we learn based off of our surroundings. And you guys get a chance to choose who actually influences you. Right? Maybe you can't choose your immediate circle of people that you've grown up with due to your location, your area, your school you went to, but you can choose what you're putting into your brain. All right, so that is why books are so important. Just because you get a chance to read, like for example, Robert Kiyosaki right here. Right? He's a beast at real estate, multi-millionaire, and this is a great book to start if you're interested in real estate and trying to understand the money game. I highly recommend this book because now you get to see his thoughts and his mindset behind it and just learn about what he's doing. And if you keep putting his thoughts into your mind, guess what? You're getting influenced by him. All right. Another one that I really loved was Grant Cardone's 10X rule. All right. I love this. This book just makes you think bigger, right? Whatever your goal is, 10 times that goal. And when you start reaching for these lofty goals, right? So it's like I'm going for 100,000 subscribers, but now like I'm like, man, I should be thinking 1 million, right? And if I aim for 1 million, but only come up on 100,000, that is still a win, right? The goals are still getting hit and we're headed in the right direction. And also when you're reading these books, it helps you cut the learning curve in half. Right. The next book I wanted to recommend right here is The Energy Bus. And many people always tell me like, John, how do you keep going all day? As you might be able to tell from my background, it's late at night. I think it's 11 o'clock right here. But one thing I always tell people that work with me is no excuses. If you really want something bad enough, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it done. Right. And I didn't learn a lot of those mindsets just from just hanging out with my buddies at home and watching Netflix or anything like that. Like that comes from reading. Right, and then like the most recent book that I finished was Patrick Bet-David. All right, sorry if I messed that up, Pat, but forgive me. This book is called Your Next 5 Moves. Right, so it's getting you to think forward, thinking ahead. And but I want you guys to learn. I want you guys to cut that learning curve in half. A lot of people think it needs to take a long time, right? I'm actually like, what I'm doing is I'm watching all these other YouTube channels and learning. And I guess there's books out there about YouTube. I just ordered one today. So this way I can learn how to become a content creator faster and better and continue to improve. I don't need to wait and go through all this trial and error for years and years of putting out shitty content and just waiting for it to be good and waiting to figure out the hard way. There's a lot of shortcuts, right? You can take courses, you can do a lot of things to help you with that. And then also, I guess how I want to end this is you start to learn their mindsets, you start to learn their habits. And when you start to influence yourself with all your people that you look up to, guess who you start to become in the process? You start to think like them. Next time you make a decision, maybe it's like a money decision, you're like, well, I don't think Robert Kiyosaki would have done that, right? Next time you're thinking that you can't hit a goal, you're like, well, let me put myself in Grant Cardone's shoes. What would Grant Cardone tell me right now? And I think that really helps out a ton. Hopefully that was valuable to anybody today. It's a late night. I'm pretty tired, but I'm committed. 30 videos. No, I keep saying that wrong. 1 video a day for 30 days. 30 videos total. Then we're going to be posting 2 videos per week for 2 years straight, and we're going to continue to grow this channel. We're going to continue to dominate this, and we're going to do this together, guys. I really appreciate those of you guys that are still continuing to watch my videos and stick with me during the process. Those of you guys that are telling your friends about it. I do see those new subscribers coming in, so I really appreciate it. Again, like, comment, feel free to connect with me on social media. I'd love to hear your input and your thoughts on anything. And then in the comments, if you made it to the end of the video, I'll know, because I'm going to ask you guys, post your favorite book in the comments. I just want to know, and maybe it might be one that you might recommend for me. I'll talk to you guys soon.